Have you ever wondered what would happen if the buzzing bees suddenly stopped their hum? A seemingly simple question, but one that carries with it a profound significance. You see, bees, these small, industrious creatures, are the unsung heroes of our planet. They are a cornerstone of our ecosystems and hold a crucial role in our food security. Imagine a world without bees. It's not just the lack of honey that would concern us. Bees are indispensable pollinators. They help plants reproduce, leading to the growth of fruits, vegetables, and nuts that form the backbone of our diets. Around 70 out of the top 100 food crops, which make up about 90% of the world's nutrition, are pollinated by bees. Yet these buzzing champions are facing an unprecedented crisis. They are disappearing at an alarming rate worldwide. This is not merely an interesting trivia fact or a topic for an obscure nature documentary. It's a crisis that directly impacts our survival, and it's a crisis that we've largely been oblivious to. We've taken for granted the symphony of buzzing in our gardens, the bees flitting from flower to flower. We've overlooked the vital role they play, not just in the production of honey, but in the grander scheme of our ecosystems. Without bees, our landscapes would drastically change and our tables would look significantly different too. So why are bees disappearing? Well, the reasons are multifaceted and interconnected. From habitat loss to pesticide use, from the spread of diseases and parasites to the impacts of climate change, bees are under siege on all fronts. But before we delve into these threats, we need to first understand the world of bees. We need to appreciate their intricacies, their social structures, their remarkable ability to navigate their surroundings. Only then can we fully grasp the gravity of their disappearance. Understanding why this is happening requires a deep dive into the world of bees, a world of intricate dances and complex communication, of queens and workers of honey and pollination. So buckle up and let's embark on this journey together. So why are our buzzing friends disappearing? Let's delve into the potential reasons behind their alarming decline. Firstly, habitat loss. As urbanization spreads, bees lose their natural homes. Meadows, fields, and forests, once brimming with wildflowers that bees thrive on, are replaced with concrete jungles, leaving our winged comrades with fewer places to nest and forage. It's a bit like waking up one day to find your local supermarket replaced with a parking lot. Not ideal, right? Now let's take a look at another significant factor: pesticides. We use them to protect our crops from harmful bugs, but unfortunately they don't discriminate between friend and foe. Imagine a world where rain is toxic. That's the reality for bees in pesticide-laden environments. Some pesticides affect a bee's ability to navigate or learn, while others can be outright lethal. But wait, there's more. Invasive species and pathogens also pose a significant threat. Foreign predators and diseases, to which local bee populations have no natural immunity, can decimate entire colonies. It's akin to an unexpected enemy invasion where the local forces are ill-prepared to defend themselves. And then there's the issue of parasites. The varroa mite, for example, attaches itself to bees and feeds on their bodily fluids, weakening them and making them more susceptible to other diseases. It's much like having a constant, blood-sucking hitchhiker with you at all times. Not a pleasant thought, is it? Each of these factors alone is a concern, but when combined, they create a perfect storm that's causing our bee populations to plummet. The decline of bees isn't just a one-off event. It's a complex issue with multiple contributing factors. And while we've touched on some of the major ones here, it's important to remember that these aren't the only threats bees face. But the story doesn't end here. There's another major player: climate change. Yes, climate change, the silent, slow-moving catastrophe, has its hand in this too. It's a story as old as time, but with a modern twist. The intricate dance between bees and flowers, a relationship honed over millions of years, is being disrupted by the changing climate. You see, bees are very much creatures of habit, following a carefully choreographed routine. They emerge in sync with the blooming of flowers, their primary source of food, but as our planet warms, this synchrony is thrown off balance. Flowers are blooming earlier or later, and sometimes not at all. This mismatch in timing leaves bees hungry and their populations dwindling. But that's not all. Bees are also being battered by the increased frequency of extreme weather events. Torrential rains, severe droughts, and heat waves, all of these can be devastating for bees. Imagine you're a bee and suddenly your world is upside down. The flowers you rely on are gone, your hive is destroyed, and your food sources are scarce. It's a grim picture, isn't it? To complicate matters further, climate change is also altering the geographical ranges of many plants and animals, bees included. As temperatures rise, bees are being forced to move to cooler areas, often with less suitable habitats and fewer food sources. This shift in distribution is putting additional pressure on already stressed bee populations. And let's not forget about the impact of climate change on the quality of nectar, a vital food source for bees. Research has shown that elevated levels of carbon dioxide can reduce the nutritional content of nectar, making it less beneficial for bees. So you see, climate change is not just about polar bears and melting ice caps. It's about bees, flowers, and the delicate balance of life. It's about the food we eat and the world we live in. The decline in bee populations is a complex issue with no single cause. But one thing is certain, without swift action to mitigate climate change, the future of bees, and by extension our own future, could be in jeopardy. So what happens in a world without bees? Imagine a morning where you reach for your favorite fruit, only to find it's become a rare delicacy. Apples, strawberries, blueberries, tomatoes, all these fruits that we take for granted are pollinated by our tiny buzzing friends. In a world without bees, these fruits could become scarce or even disappear, but it's not just about our love for fruits. Think about the coffee you drink every morning or the chocolate you savor. These are also products of pollination. Without bees, our morning routines and our comfort foods would change dramatically. Beyond our plates, the disappearance of bees would have a profound impact on biodiversity. Bees pollinate a vast number of plants, and these plants in turn provide food and habitat for other wildlife. A decline in bee populations could set off a domino effect, leading to declines in other species too. And let's not forget the health of ecosystems. Bees play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of nature. They help plants reproduce, which in turn helps to stabilize soils and prevent erosion. Without bees, our landscapes could change drastically, becoming less resilient to changes in climate and more vulnerable to natural disasters. In the grand scheme of things, the disappearance of bees might seem like a minor concern. But when you consider that 1/3 of all the food we eat is directly or indirectly the result of honeybee pollination, the picture becomes more alarming. And it's not just about what we eat. The economic impact of a world without bees would be staggering. In the United States alone, honeybees contribute more than $15 billion to the economy annually through their pollination services. A world without bees is a world where food becomes more expensive, biodiversity suffers, and ecosystems become vulnerable. It's a world we don't want to imagine, but one we might have to face if we don't take action to protect these vital pollinators. The disappearance of bees might be a small buzz in the noise of global issues, but its ripple effects are large and concerning. In this journey, we've discovered the complex and alarming issue of disappearing bees. As we've seen, these industrious insects are essential to our ecosystems and our food security, yet they are in significant decline worldwide. We have explored the multifaceted reasons behind this. Habitat loss is a major culprit, with urbanization and deforestation reducing the places where bees can live and find food. The use of pesticides is another key factor, with chemicals designed to protect crops ironically posing a deadly threat to bees. And then there's the ever-present specter of climate change, altering the delicate balance of the natural world and wreaking havoc on bee populations. We've also delved into the silent killer known as colony collapse disorder, a phenomenon where worker bees abandon their hives, leaving the queen and young bees to fend for themselves. The exact causes remain a mystery, but pesticides, pathogens, and poor nutrition are all suspected contributors. We've painted a picture of a world without bees, a scenario that is less a dystopian fantasy and more a looming reality if we don't act. The loss of bees would disrupt the pollination of fruits, vegetables, and nuts, threatening our food supply. It would also harm other wildlife that depend on the plants bees pollinate. The decline in bee populations is an urgent issue that demands our attention. It's not just about saving bees, but saving our world as we know it. This is a call to action for all of us. We need to protect and preserve these tiny yet mighty creatures, for they hold the key to our survival. The decline in bee populations is an issue we all need to address. If you learned something new from this video, please give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more such content and share it with your friends and family.